Greetings, Helldiver. I'm Enigma, and I'm here to talk to you about the recoilless rifle. By now, I'm sure you've acquainted yourself with the GR-8 Recoilless Rifle and have used it to great success. But have you ever wondered how it works? How do you make a rifle recoilless? Well, in this brief pre-recorded broadcast, endorsed by the Ministry of Truth, we will fill in the blanks you might have about the recoilless rifle. The concept of a recoilless rifle even predates the First Galactic War, or even the formation of Super Earth. Now, we could say that the early inventor, Leonardo da Vinci, was the first to invent the recoilless rifle. However, as you all know, it's not the person who thought of it first, but the guy who built it first. We can attribute the Davis gun to be the first recoilless rifle designed. It was intended to fulfill an anti-Zeppelin and anti-submarine weapon, or we can just call it an anti-large thing gun. The premise of the Davis gun was thought up by its namesake, Commander Cleveland Davis. It was essentially a cannon that fired around a buckshot out the back as the cannon fired the main projectile forward. The shot out of the back was matched to the weight of the projectile that went out the front, effectively equalizing the force coming out of both ends and have no real force pushing back. Now, this idea of a design that physically shot material out of the back of the round didn't last long, as it made it an overly situational weapon, as you effectively had a shotgun aimed behind you. This was eventually fixed with rifles such as the Soviet BPK-76 or the more conventional Swedish Pansarvärnsgevär M42, which formed the basis for the 84mm Carl Gustaf recoilless rifle. These guns use a portion of the force that would normally be wasted in firing the shell and redirected it backwards in a jet to push the rifle forwards again, negating the force of recoil, effectively making it recoilless to the user. However, I am obligated by the Ministry of Humanity and the Ministry of Defense to play this quick informational safety video on the usage of recoilless weapons. You know, just some bureaucracy at work.
Another tip from the Ministry of Defense and Humanity: next time you find yourself using the GR-8 Recoilless Rifle or other recoilless weapons, take note of your surroundings, as you may bring democracy to an unintended target. Backblasts have had a proven history of hindering the efficiency of the delivery of democracy. To prevent this, should your fellow Helldivers, SEF soldiers, or citizens are not behind your weapon when firing, otherwise unintended results may occur. As you can see here, we have an unaware Helldiver not checking his surroundings to see that a fellow Helldiver is behind him. And would you look at that, the negligence of this Helldiver has caused difficulty for his squad mate. Disclaimer: no Helldivers were injured during the making of this message. If you suspect you or someone you know has been affected by backlash, report it to your nearest democracy officer. Sponsored by Eagle Sweat, the patented nano-fragrance technology that literally rewrites your DNA.
The GR-8 recoilless rifle can both fire high explosive shells and high explosive anti-tank rounds. The HE rounds are great for using against softer targets like the bug swarms, the endless voteless, or the hordes of light bots. The HE rounds damage is not only with its projectile, but its blast packs a punch, making it the perfect weapon for crowd control. To do this, we have packed the high explosive round with the most premium grade high explosive that Super F can provide, and filled it to the brim, connected to an impact fuse to obliterate anything it makes contact with. But if you need to pack a bit more of a punch straight into the heart of villainy, you need to pack some high explosive anti-tank, or if you're a history buff like me, we call it heat. It functions around a shaped charge that has a conical metal liner inside the warhead that has an explosive behind it. This explosive detonates the metal liner and creates a jet of molten metal by way of the Monroe effect to penetrate armor 7 or more times the diameter of the warhead fired. While the HE round doesn't do as much damage, as the metal jet is purely kinetic action in nature, it has less of a blast, as it has directed the power of managed democracy to penetrate the strongest of foes. There may be another informational broadcast created on the power and effectiveness of heat in the near future. I previously mentioned the Carl Gustav Recoilless Rifle, and it may look familiar to us fellow Helldivers. The GR-8 is designed from the Carl Gustav, meaning the same design of the recoilless rifle has been used since 1948 till 2184, showing the true resilience of human engineering. Buy war bonds today, or lest we lose the war to the hands of tyranny. You wouldn't want that, would you now?